Greetings students, today we will revise chapter 3, the Delhi Sultanate. So, let us read the glossary now to recap few important words used in the chapter. So the very first is Mamluk. Mamluk means slave in Arabic. Then Lakh Baksh. Lakh Baksh means the giver of lakhs. It was a title given to Kutubuddin Aibak. Then Mongols. Mongolian were a warrior tribe from Central Asia. Then coffer. Coffer is a chest for storing valuables. Then espionage. The practice of spying is known as espionage. Espionage in Hindi we can say that it is jasusi. Mausoleum. Mausoleum means a large tomb, or again in Hindi we can call it samadhi. Doab. A doab is a land between two rivers. Then let us read in brief about the chapter. After Muhammad Ghori died in 1206 CE, the viceroy of the Indian territory was Qutbuddin Aibak, so he became the ruler with his capital at Delhi. Then the reign of Delhi Sultanate began with Qutbuddin Aibak and this reign lasted for about 300 years. After this, 5 dynasties ruled the Delhi Sultanate, and they were the slave dynasty, the Khaljis, the Tughlaqs, the Saids, and the Lodhis. Qutbuddin Aibak was a generous ruler. He started the construction of Qutub Minar. Qutbuddin Aibak was followed by his son-in-law named Iltutmish. After Iltutmish, his daughter Razia Sultan ruled for 4 years. Then Ghiyasuddin Balban was the last powerful ruler of slave dynasty. After the slave dynasty, the Khaljis took over, and Alauddin Khalji was important ruler of this dynasty. Then in 1320 CE, Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq captured the throne and founded the Tughlaq dynasty. His son Muhammad bin Tughlaq was the most famous sultan of this dynasty. After the Tughlaqs, Saids and the Lodhis ruled for about a century. Ibrahim Lodi was the last of the Delhi sultans, as he was killed by the Babur in 1526 CE, and Babur then established the Mughal rule in India. Now the multiple choice questions. The very first is the dynasty established by Qutbuddin Aibak is known as. So we know that the Turkish rulers depended heavily on specially chosen slaves. These slaves were trained to excel both in military and intellectual spheres. These slaves rose up the political and military ladder to become rulers of their land, and the dynasty established by Aibak was therefore known as the slave dynasty. As Qutbuddin Aibak was originally a slave and a native of Turkestan, so the dynasty established by Qutbuddin Aibak is known as slave dynasty. Correct option is A. Next, Razia Sultan had a difficult time ruling the Sultanate because options are: the nobles refused to accept a woman as their ruler, she was weak and dishonest ruler, the Mongols captured large parts of her empire, or all of the above. So we know that Razia Sultan was a daughter of Iltutmish. First, Iltutmish was succeeded by his son, but his son proved to be an ineffective ruler. So within 7 months of the throne, within the 7 months, the throne went to Iltutmish's daughter Razia. Razia was a great monarch. She was wise, just, and generous. Razia was the first and the last woman who sat on the throne of Delhi. Razia has to face many challenges as she was the one being a man, she was the one being a woman in a man's world. So here Razia Sultan had a difficult time during the Sultanate because the nobles refused to accept a woman as their ruler. So, correct option is A. Next is to meet the expenses of maintaining a huge army, Alauddin Khalji. Options are sold most of his jewels, made or minted thousands of gold and silver coins, or he confiscated all the rent free land holdings given to priests and government officials, or he banned all banquets and assemblies. So we know that Alauddin Khalji was an able commander and an excellent administrator. He increased the size of army to protect his empire, and to meet the expenses of maintaining the huge army, he had to find ways to add to his revenue. So he confiscated all the rent-free land holdings that has been given to priests and government officials. The officials were forbidden to collect extra taxes from peasants. So here the correct option is C, that he confiscated all the rent free land holdings given to the priests and government officials. And yes, so now the fourth one is Muhammad bin Tughlaq's decision to shift his capital to Daulatabad failed because, so we know that Daulatabad was a city located 1400 kilometers from Delhi, and on paper it sounds like a sensible idea, but the project failed because of two reasons. First, he ordered the entire population of the Delhi to shift to Daulatabad. This caused great hardship to the people, and secondly, it left the northwestern frontiers of the empire exposed to attack from Mongols. Right? So here, the Muhammad bin Tughlaq decision to shift his capital to Daulatabad failed because it left the northwestern frontiers of the empire exposed to attacks from the Mongols, or he made the entire population of Delhi move to Daulatabad, which caused great suffering to the people. C option says both A and B, and D option says only A. So we know that both A and B options were responsible for were responsible. So correct option is C. Now fifth one is Iqta's war. So we know that Iltutmish had divided the empire into several large and small pieces of land, and those were called Iqtas. So Iltutmish, instead of paying the nobles, officers, and religious leaders of his empire a salary, he had given them the Iqtas. So here the Iqtas were, let us read the options now, a kind of land tax collected by the Delhi sultans, or land granted by sultan to official and nobles instead of salary, or officials deputed by the sultan to collect land revenue, or none of the above. So here iktas were land granted by sultan to official and nobles instead of salary. Now next one is the Indian historian who spent 17 years in the court of Muhammad bin Tughlaq was, so options are Amir Khusrau, Malik Kafur, Ibn Battuta, or Ziauddin Barani. So it was Ziauddin Barani, an Indian historian who spent 17 years in the court of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Barani gives a detailed and authentic narrative about the reign of Tughlaq dynasty. So here correct option is D, Ziauddin Barani. Now the last one is Babur, the king of Kabul, invaded India because. So let us know something about Babur. So the last sultan of Delhi Sultanate was Ibrahim Lodi. So Ibrahim Lodi was described as an arrogant man. So the nobles decided to revolt against him, and the nobles then invited Babur, the king of Kabul, to help them overthrow Ibrahim Lodi. So, taking the advantage of the situation, Babur invaded India and he defeated and killed Ibrahim Lodi in the first battle of Panipat. So, here the correct option is B, that Babur, the king of Kabul, invaded India because he was invited by the enemies of Ibrahim Lodi to help them overthrow the Sultan.